Right, good morning everybody and welcome back to Thai Talk with Dan. Now, over the past year, I have received a hell of a lot of emails and messages, and unfortunately, it's impossible to answer them all. Now, recently, I've decided to start looking at emails and messages to try to find some time to respond back to some of them. But it is literally, it's impossible, guys. There's that many. Right now, we're in the high season here in Thailand, and there's a lot of guys getting involved with bar girls as they'll be out drinking in the bars, and quite a lot of them will start some kind of a relationship with a Thailand bar girl. And when I checked my inbox, I noticed that the first email I received is from a guy who has done just that.
It's all right.
So today I'm going to go through a few emails, and firstly we'll kick off with this guy. Hi Dan. I hope you are doing well. I really enjoy your channel and your videos. It has been a great help for my first Thailand trip. Didn't help that much, did it? Then he says, which I have recently returned from. However, to be honest, I am in need of a reality check and some brutal, honest advice. Now, like I said, I have just returned from Thailand and I have started some kind of relationship with a bar girl. But my head is fried and I need to speak to someone before things get out of hand. I am happy to buy you a beer or pay you whatever you want for the advice. I know what's right and wrong, but telling my head that is a completely different matter. Any help you could give me would be greatly appreciated. And this subscriber has even left his mobile telephone number. Unfortunately, it's very difficult for me to respond to emails like this, because if I do, it's going to be a ping pong show with emails back and forth, and quite a few hours or days will go into it, because this person obviously understands that it's not the greatest thing that he's doing, but because she's so beautiful or great in the sack, which is what I'm presuming, he's hooked on her and he needs somebody to wake him up, which he's basically stating. At the end of the day, if the videos that I put out on the channel and sharing people's stories don't wake people up, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I mean, I'd literally have to spend time with you face to face to try to convince you that this isn't the best way forward, especially if you've got feelings for that woman. But a lot of guys do. A lot of guys come to the bars, mainly in Pattaya and Phuket, and it is a different experience. Yes, you know what these girls are about, but the way that they act, they seem very, very normal. They come across like they are super interested in you, and that you are the 1 in 10 million that's different, that comes to Thailand every year. Every year, Thailand receives a hell of a lot of tourists, between 7 and 10 million. And I would imagine that quite a big chunk of that will go to the bars. Yeah, hit the bar scene. Come to Thailand to party, to get drunk and to play around with the girls. And of course, the sunshine. You know, don't forget the sunshine. And then these girls are very good at trying to make the guy believe that he is special and he is 1 out of 10 million that's unique and different, and the only guy that she's fallen in love with. Yeah, and guys really, really buy into it, because these girls are very, very good at acting like they're infatuated with you. and then you think you're something special because you come from Europe, or you're white skinned, or you got a big nose, which is what they like over here. But guys believe that they are different and that the girl is different. You've got to understand there's a lot of foreigners that are going into the bars and buying these women drinks near enough on a daily basis, and also wanting to take them home with them.
Ooh, is that true?
Yeah, I forgot the 2 hour.
Don't worry, because I never forget.
So these girls have a lot of experience, they know how to talk to foreigners, and at the end of the day, they are in those bars to make money, yeah? And if they can get a guy who's going to sponsor them and pay them a monthly salary, or help them with bills and problems or gifts or whatever the case may be, as long as they're generating some kind of income out of it, they're going to pursue you and they're going to tell you what you need to hear, and they're going to video call you every day and make you feel like you are that 1 in 10 million. And guys really buy into it, and they're willing to work hard at home and part with their hard-earned cash to put a smile on that woman's face, so when they see them and they come back to Thailand, then everything is going to be amazing, especially the aerobics, because the girl's so thankful. She's got this great European guy that she's madly in love with, and he's helping her out because her life is difficult and she has a lot of problems, and really hopes to have the best in the future, and hopefully you're the guy that's gonna fulfill all her dreams. So like I always say, if you're willing to get into that kind of relationship and you know that you're going to have to spend a lot of money for the rest of your life, yeah, it's never going to end, because they will never be satisfied. If you want to do that, then up to you. Yeah, your eyes are open. And the fact that you're sending me an email to ask somebody to wake you up, you know the score. At the end of the day, right? If the next holiday you come back to Thailand again, you're going to meet someone else who's going to give you the same kind of feelings and the same kind of stuff. You know, it's going to happen again. That girl is not 1 in a million either, or 1 in 10 billion. Yeah, you're going to find her in the next bar or the next province or whatever the case may be. You're going to find others that give you the feelings that she gives you. So what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, you do need to give your head a bit of a wobble and understand that she is out to make money from customers, i.e. you, yeah? And dependent on what the girl is all about, they're willing to go, they can be willing to go quite far to obtain what they want out of said customer. So obviously you need to treat it for what it really is, understand what her job role is, and if you want to get involved with that, understand the situation and the reality of it. And if you don't want to have that kind of relationship, then obviously don't. Crack on with your life back home, and on your next Thailand adventure, I am sure you will meet someone who will give you the exact same feelings, or even more so. And then you're in another pickle. Yeah, you've got to learn to keep your emotions out of it if you want to play around in the bar game.
And I'm so behind. Get on up.
Right, now moving on to the next email is a guy who wants to share his story. Everything seems to be going well at the moment in his new relationship with a Thai woman, but he met her on a dating site called Badoo. And if you know anything about that kind of dating site, it's normally what I would classify as a hookup site. It's not normally a site where people go on to find a proper relationship. However, I do understand that anybody who's brand new and doesn't know that, they could sign up and they could be genuine. Maybe. But anyway, I'm going to share the email that he sent in, and hopefully there will be a story following it very soon about his situation. Hi Dan, my name is Carson and I'm from Sydney, Australia. I have been an avid follower of your channel since catching up with an old school friend from over 40 years ago who introduced me to your channel and has been going to Thailand for the past 5 years as a divorced man. Now I am a young 64-year-old man and I still tour with my punk rock band as well as being a real estate photographer. I have had my first and only Thailand dating experience in October 2023 and I met a Thai woman who is 39 years old. I met her online via Badoo and I had only just joined this site. So we met and quickly went to WhatsApp to video call. I want to take time and write a story for you as it is very interesting and hopefully will continue to be a happy one. I will be going to a province near you to meet her mother. We are going to take her to the district office to sign papers to organise a birth certificate for my Thai girlfriend. She has never met her mother as she abandoned her when she was only 3 years old. And so she grew up with her father who passed away when she was 12. And then she had to go and live with her uncle. Oh, and I have no reason not to believe her. I have been to her city where she lives and stayed in her apartment during 3 visits to Thailand in 2024. And I have also visited her workplace many times. When I'm there, I take her to work, meet her at lunchtime and pick her up from work. She works for a government department and I have sat in her office many times and met a lot of her work colleagues who are mostly women. They have met me on many occasions and are very happy to know that I am genuine about my intentions with her. Now, my Thai girlfriend was only married once. I have seen the ex-husband with her 10-year-old son when he was sick in hospital and at a temple. She has been divorced for 4 years and stayed single, concentrating on her very busy job. Her son and daughter, 19 years old, studies at uni and lives with the ex-husband's parents.
That's it, I'm getting out of here.
Now she does have the same old story. Husband cheats, leaves marriage and pays 0 support for the children. They are lucky that the parents let the children live with them. Now my Thai girlfriend pays all of the expenses for the children, so grandparents mostly provide space for them to live in their big village home on a farm. Now he also states about meeting up, having a drink and having a chat as he will be in my province very soon. He also states that he will write his full story soon, although it may be in a few parts. It has some ups and downs and it's been a big learning experience for both of us. Right guys, so again there's a lot to unwrap just within the bit of information that this guy has given us regarding his Thai girlfriend, that it seems to be going all okay at the moment. And yeah, he's happy. You know, I think he knows that he has to be a little bit careful, but everything seems to be going all right. And I know that a lot of foreigners seem to believe that because their girlfriend is working for the government, they've got a government job, then it's a good job, they're different, they're not like all the rest, etc., etc. And I understand that mentality. But there's a lot more research and learning that you need to do here to understand how much money they get paid for said job. If they've got a fancy car or a nice home, you know, is that on credit? Are they in a lot of debt? When you work for the government in Thailand, what I do know is that it's a lot easier to obtain credit because you're working for such a prestigious organization, i.e. the government. So because you're working for the government, yep, we'll give you that loan, or we'll give you that mortgage or whatever for a house, and they will give you dow. They will allow you to get a car on finance. So you have to take all of that into consideration, and you just need to have your eyes wide open when you're in a new relationship and making sure that you understand that she's got the right intentions. But what I always try to say is that when a Thai woman is interested in a foreigner and is on a dating website speaking to foreigners, and then has ultimately met a foreigner and is now in a relationship, what was the reason for her wanting to choose a foreigner? Now, I do know what the woman will say to the foreigner. She will say, like, I've had enough of Thai men. Thai men treat me badly, you know, and that's why I've chosen to be with a foreigner. But in reality, once you've been living here and you understand how things operate here, because it is a different country, it is halfway around the world, so there's going to be a lot of differences. And what I've found is that if you've been married before, or you've got children with another partner before, it's very difficult to find a successful or rich Thai guy that's going to be interested to take you on and your kids on and deal with the ex-husband that this guy has met at the hospital and at the temple. They're just, most of them are not going to be up for that. So if you want money and you want a guy who's willing to take care of you and your kids, then yeah, a good option over here is look for a foreigner, because a lot of foreigners are willing to do that. When you get to a certain age in this life, you understand that most women have a past and they'll have kids and they'll have baggage from the past, and it's not worked out the same as it's not worked out for you if you're older. So you give them the benefit of the doubt, you understand it, and you decide to start dating a woman with kids. And our mentality in the West is very different to the mentality over here, and it's just not the norm. But again, that's not a massive big deal. Yeah, she's had to go to a foreigner to get the lifestyle and the life that she needs, and to get someone who's willing to help her out and help her with her kids. But the other problem, and the biggest problem, is that she will know of other Thai women that are in relationships with foreign men here in Thailand, and they're living in a big house. They've got big jewelry around the neck, a nice big thick bracelet, you know, nice handbags, and look like they have a nice life. And she will expect the same from what she's seen, from what other Thai women have got from you. And it's a heavy load to bear, you know. If you're not that way inclined to show off and have big houses and fancy cars and named branded goods, and you're not really into that, and you're not into your partner spending money on that kind of stuff, then you're gonna get problems. And that's the biggest issue. That's what's scary, when you realize when a Thai woman is looking for a foreign man instead of a Thai man, there's normally big reasons for it, and normally those reasons are most of the time the financial.
That's my rifle, that's
So it will be interesting to hear this guy's story, how quickly they got together, how quickly he come over to Thailand to meet her, etc. In regards to meeting the mother and that she's not seen for a long time. There's a lot of stuff going on there as well. Sounds a bit crazy. The ex is still kind of in the picture as well. By the sounds of it, it just doesn't sound the best for a brand new relationship, but he appears to be happy. So we'll wait to hear the story from this guy, hopefully soon. So if anybody's watching and they've currently gotten involved with a Thai woman this high season in Thailand, then I'd love to hear your story. And if you can take the time out and email what's happened, it would be interesting for everybody to know your journey. Please send your emails to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com. Now, before I go, I noticed in the comments on, I think it was the last video I made. I've not made many videos this month. Things have been a bit hectic. But I noticed that in the last video, there was a lot of comments. And I've noticed in previous videos, guys seem to basically state there's no difference dating a Thai woman than dating a woman in the West because you're financially paying out for it no matter what anyway. But no, imagine, right? It's funny when I read stuff like this. Imagine that you start chatting to someone from your own country. You start chatting to a woman from your own country. You might have met her on a dating site, for example, and you agree to meet and you're chatting and stuff. There is going to be no conversation about you giving that woman money. There's going to be no conversation about her obtaining a monthly salary if she was to go home with you tonight. Do I get a monthly salary? There's going to be none of that, right? If you decide to date this woman and you move in with her, then yeah, you get all that stuff, you know, where you might pay the rent and she just might pay the internet or whatever the case may be. All that comes after. But the difference over here is that from the get-go, from the jump, from the very beginning, literally they find out whether or not you've got a decent job, you've got good money and you're ready to support them from the get-go. You've not even started dating. That's why most of these relationships, they go fast. They get together fast. They move in together fast. They're supporting them fast. It's different back home. You date for a bit, you know, and you get to know each other. And then it's a big commitment if you decide to move in with each other, and you'll have the discussion about the bills and what's going to go on and how much she makes, how much you make and that. It's super different. But yeah, if you're dating over here, it's a case of, do you have enough money to give me a good life? Because if you don't, I do not care about how good your charm is, how good looking you are. I don't give a flying I just want to know if you're a clean guy, yeah, you got good hygiene, yeah, you don't need to have branded clothes on, just have clean clothes on, good hygiene, and you can support me with the type of money that I want. And that's what they're looking for. And then you've just got to decide if you're willing to jump into something like that or not. And if you do, don't cry about it when it all goes to... Don't cry about it. Just take it on the chin, learn from your experience, and that you have to be careful. If you want to get with a woman that's way out of your league, yeah, in looks, age difference, whatever the case may be, if she's way out of your league, be prepared to be paying for it. Whether you pay for it for the night, whether you pay for it monthly, or whether you pay for it with other big ticket items, yeah, you're going to have to pay for it or you're going to lose that girl because you're not in the same league. We have to take that into consideration, all of us. There is always a reason why a pretty girl dates a minger, marries a minger. I'm going to use the word minger because it's a term that I fully understand from living in the UK. But if a girl wants to date someone who's much older than her, yeah, ugly or whatever the case may be, where she's not attracted to it, then it's all going to be about money. But she will make out that she likes you, she fancies you, you're great, the aerobics is fantastic, she'll do all that. But at the end of the day, when a woman is out of your league, it's always going to be financial. And don't lie to yourself and blag yourself that she's with you for any other reason other than what you can give her. She doesn't give a flying F about who you are and what you're about. As long as you're a calm, clean, generous guy, then welcome. Come to mama, baby.
It's all right.
Right, and for everybody else, guys, I can't get back to everybody's email and messages. I'm overloaded, I'm crammed. I still get emails on a daily basis. Even when I'm not super active on YouTube, I still get emails all the time, and I just can't reply back to them all. I'm even been complaining recently that there's not enough hours in the day. The days seem to go faster as you get older. Time literally does fly, and it's hard enough to make a video and edit a video and get it live in a day. I mean, it's pretty impossible nowadays to get everything done the same day. Anyway, enough of my waffle. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of the day. Hope everybody is set for Christmas and everything's sorted and everybody's in a happy place. Best wishes to you all. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.